Alright guys, so here we're starting off with some leg extensions. I do this in the beginning to really warm up my knees and to lubricate the joints, you know, get a lot of blood in the quads for the heavy sets coming up like squats and you know, leg press. This is great just to get your mind into the workout and just get it going. And a lot of people focus on quads in the beginning. You can warm up your hamstrings first or quads. I chose to warm up my quads along with my knees today for first thing, and I know I'm going to go a little heavy on squats, so it's just to prevent injury and to really target the muscle and build that mind-muscle connection with the quads, so when you do the heavy squats or leg press, it's going to pop more and the muscle will bulge and it'll grow. And you guys, everyone out there, it's all about preventing injuries when you're doing heavy legs in any exercise. Always have that in mind just when you're training. Alright, we're jumping over to the leg press here, and I do leg press a little different. I like to do one leg at a time. I feel that I can just target it and focus on the muscle better for the quad along with the hamstring, but I just feel that I get a better connection doing one leg at a time. And you see here, you know, I'm going parallel as low as I can here. You don't have to go all the way down. I do think the lower the better, but I'm really feeling it here, and I'm using my hand, you see, to really guide my leg and guide my mind to connect with that quad, and I can feel the quad moving. And that's really the whole thing with working out, y'all, is just getting that muscle and mind connection to the point where you can activate that muscle consciously, and you are in control of that muscle and its growth. And switching over to the other leg here, I try to keep everything balanced on each side, everything equal, so one leg isn't growing bigger than the other, or you know, isn't growing in different areas more than the other one. And here, you know, I'm getting a little gassed. It's only one plate on each side. See, when you're doing one leg, you're not going to be doing a lot of weight, and you don't really need to, because one leg's doing all the work. And trust me, one plate is good. I do 2 plates sometimes, but one plate is good for here sometimes. And I'm doing, you know, like 20 or 25 reps on each leg, so that's all I need. And we're still in the beginning of the workout here, so again, still kind of warming up and just getting everything lubricated and everything filled with blood. Alright, now we're going to get the hamstrings warmed, and we're going to start, you know, working those with the machine here, one leg at a time. Again, I do like to do everything one leg at a time if I can. This machine's great because you get to stand straight up and kind of let your legs slide down and straighten out, which really stretches that hamstring, and bringing it up very slowly and holding at the top for a second. You know, right here I'm only doing a 10 on each side. Again, you're not going to need a lot of weight when you're working one leg at a time. You can go up to 25s, but that's where I'd stop. Really just pump it out here, focus on the hamstring. You know, the hamstring's kind of a interesting muscle to target. It's kind of hard to get a hold of it with your mind, if you know what I mean. It's kind of smaller, it's not as big as the quad, but you really got to rep it out to get that blood flow and that pump into your hamstring. And that's what we're all looking for when we're training legs. See, I switched over here, trying to do the same movement on the other side, thinking the same thing, the same motion in my mind. Where do I want to go? I want to squeeze to the top, let it down easy. You know, again, about 20 to 25 reps. Even 15 reps is fine. You know, I consider anything above 15 high rep, and then below that is going to be your lower rep to mid rep range. Alright, y'all, we're heading over to the squats. This is the first set of squats for me, and here I'm going parallel all the way down and really repping out quickly because this is light to me. But I want to loosen my hips here before I get into anything heavier so I can explode. Open those hips up on the way down, guys. Keep that head up. And that lower back, you don't want to round it. You want to have that, straighten your back out as you're coming down. And it'll help you explode to the top. Get a good base with your feet, a little wider than usual to help yourself open those hips and fire out. Alright, y'all, here we're going with the second set, 225, 2 plates on each side. Same thing, get your mind right, get a good stance, get a good base. I'm feeling my hips out here, I'm coming down. Really fire through the hips and the glutes to get yourself up, you know, as low as you need. I go about parallel here, my legs. Get your butt down, guys, as much as you can to help build the legs and keep a straight back. The lower you drop your butt, your back will naturally straighten out. You know, don't really bend over. This is to avoid the lower back injury. Again, avoiding injuries at all times. Did about 10 reps here with 225, that's fine. Squats, you don't really want to do too high of rep because it is it's a compound movement. Alright, here we go. We're doing straight leg deadlift after the squats. This is going to stretch everything out, the hamstrings, the glutes. It really works that the band that goes down your leg, I think it's the AC band, it's the indentation between the quad and the hamstring on the outside of your leg, and this really brings that out, that line that goes down your leg. It looks really good, and these straight leg deadlifts bring that out. Along with, they'll top off your glutes if you squeeze at the top. See, I'm letting the weight take me all the way down, keeping the legs as straight as possible, just a slight knee bend, nothing crazy. You don't, you know, it's hard to keep the legs totally straight. I don't believe that you should. Just as straight as possible to where you feel it on the back side of your legs, hamstrings, and glutes. This also activates the lower back. I noticed that during this set that when I was feeling it in my lower back. I only do about 135 on this exercise because I don't feel like we need a lot of weight to get a good workout with this. Right, here we are. We're doing the glute kickback. This also is a great leg workout, not just for glutes, but I feel in my quads and my hamstrings, but more so quads. If they're already pumped and burning and you do this, the quads are you're gonna be feeling it. But you know, guys, this is a very popular one, especially for the ladies. But guys out there, don't be afraid to do this, because girls like butt too. And it really is great for overall leg development, because you don't want to be lagging in your glutes when you have a big quads and hamstrings. It won't look right. This is great workout to just round out the legs and get everything tied in nicely. Again, this is one leg at a time. We're going to perform the same motion on each side as best we can without sacrificing form. You see, I started off with light weight here, and I move up gradually every set in weight. I can get up to about 125 pounds on this one. I've been doing it a while, so you know, this is a safe machine to use. Just keep that knee kind of close to your body. Just don't let it flare out on the way out. Keep it in, and it'll really target the glutes. I like to hold for a count at the end of the rep. See there? I kick it back, hold for a sec, just to feel it out and let it come back. Alright guys, we're going to the hip abductors here. In this version, where you're pushing on the outside, is going to target your glutes and of course the hip. But the glutes really fire when you have the knees flaring out here. And you know, what you want to do is you can sit up in the chair a little bit to keep your pelvis under you. You know, don't be bending forward, just keep it straight back with the pelvis under you. And then as you squeeze out, the glutes will fire, and you're really going to feel this one, y'all. It's great for the ladies, for men. You know, when in training legs, we can learn a lot from women. They have a lot of great ideas with leg workouts, and of course they have no shame. And a lot of guys are worried about that, but guys, it doesn't matter. You know, we all have legs, we all have the same muscle groups, so let's just train them. And here I switch to the inner motion, and this is all inner thighs here, guys. It is working your hips, of course, but man, this is going to grow your inner thighs, and I felt them burning during this set. Really tie in the groin area, you know, and strengthen that as well. There's a serratus muscle, or not a serratus, a psoas muscle down there, and this helps to loosen it and really get some blood flow in that area to allow for better movement, flexibility, and actual thigh gains. You do this one for a while, y'all, and you will notice your legs are bigger because of that inner thigh is a big muscle, and it's pretty easy to target with this one. Alright, I just wanted to do a little bit more hamstrings here. We went for the leg curl machine. This one's a classic, one of my favorites. I just start out light always, really to rep it out, because on this one I kind of have to get used to it. So the first 1 or 2 sets is light, really to loosen up the knees as well, and just get my mind muscle connection good for the heavy sets. You know, you can hold it at the top and really just squeeze those hamstrings, y'all, and you're going to want to focus on this one because it's going to get hard, but you're really going to find your growth in those last 2 to 5 reps, and those are going to be the harder reps, and you'll notice that as you get heavier and heavier. Alright, y'all, I didn't want to leave out calves here, so just wanted to finish off with some calves. Really squeeze, start out light, just like hamstrings, guys, in anything. Start out light, get that motion in, and then add the weight. Don't start off with too heavy a weight, because your range of motion and your form never got to the point where, you know, you were comfortable. You didn't get that mind connection with your form, so you're not executing your reps as well. And on these calf machines, this seated one, or even some standing ones, or the alternate ones, I always play around with my foot position, with heels pointing in or heels pointing out, to really target different areas on the calf. So I believe on here I'm going to go with my toes slightly pointed, my heels slightly pointed in, and it's really going to work the outside of that calf, as you can see. And after about 10 reps there, we switch over to doing heels on the outside to really cap off the inner calf. See, at the end there, I was just repping them out because it got hard, and guys, just pump these calf workouts out. We're going to go here again, change the footing up a little bit. This one looks like we're doing more of a parallel, normal stance. Yeah, guys, this is the end of the workout. I'm really just trying to pump the calves, because you don't want to forget those, and you know, for the overall leg development, they'll help everything pop out. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and click thumbs up on the video, and also check out the supplements linked below this video if you're interested.